Welcome to Websites in 10 and our video series on how to build your own website. In this series we're going to show you in very simple instructions how you can build your own website using the very popular WordPress and some of its plugins. So let's get started by showing you how to get your own hosting and your own domain name. As you can see, I've opened up my web browser. I'm using Chrome, but you can use any browser you would like. But before we can actually create a website, we have to have a domain name that identifies our website to the internet. In my case, my website is www.websitesin10.com, and I'm going to go there. Now, in order to get your own domain name, you will also need to be able to host that domain somewhere. Hosting simply gives you a place where you can put your website and all the files that go with it onto a host that are connected to the internet 24/7, and they will be able to service anyone who needs to contact that site. In order to do that, you need to get a hosting account and then actually register a domain name that isn't already registered by someone else. Now, I've made that pretty easy to do on my website. Right over here on the right, I put a link. Now this link is actually a link to my host, the one that I use. I am an affiliate and I get paid a commission if you use my link to get to them. But it doesn't cost you anything extra, and I really do recommend this host as they have really worked well for me, and I have a number of websites that way on their site. If you look, this takes you straight to this page, and this page explains the things that you will get as part of a hosting account. They'll connect you up 24/7, and right here from this hosting account you'll be able to search for available domain names to find one that you can use that hasn't been used by someone else. And then you can actually sign up for that domain name, and they will take care of that as part of your hosting. You can also get hosting accounts, and I would recommend it, that will allow you to host multiple domains. So if you have more than one website or think you might want to have more than one website, then you can get a multi-domain account and you can host them all under one hosting account, and it's very inexpensive to be able to do that. Another way that you can get to this page right here besides going to Websites in 10 is if you're watching on YouTube. On all of my YouTube descriptions I also put this in. So if you go down here under this video, this is one of my videos, and you'll notice that that takes you to the website, but right below it it says to get hosting. So if you click on that, you'll notice that this will actually go to the same page. So either place will get you there, and then all you have to do is click on one of these, either over here or down here, and it will actually take you to the host where you can sign up. If you're going to use another host, that's okay. You just need to be sure you sign up for a hosting account and then get your domain name so that you have something to identify your website by. A suggestion I would make is if you can find a domain name with a .com, those are the most popular ones and the most well known. I would try to get that. Also, oftentimes if you can't find the domain that you want, you can put a prefix before it, such as my, the word my, or you can put some word after it like online, but try to keep it all one word as you're doing this. So now let me show you how to set up hosting as you would do it from my host, which is Bluehost. So I'm going to click on this link. It will take me to the Bluehost site, and you can see very simply right here, here is their current offer. You can get your domain name for free for the first year, and you can get an SSL certificate, which is the site security. When you see at the top HTTPS, that's a secure site, and you do want that, and that comes free with your hosting as well. And then installation of WordPress is very easy and simple, as it says, with one click, and that's important that whatever host you get is able to install WordPress onto your site for you and do that easily, and 24/7 support. So I'm going to go ahead and click right here where it says Get Started. You'll notice when I click Get Started there are several options here. I'm going to recommend to you that you go at least with the Plus, because this gives you unlimited websites as opposed to only one website. It also gives you unlimited storage and unlimited bandwidth for your website to be able to transmit over the internet. All of these other things are good, but this one will only do one website. And so if you're going to ever possibly have more than one, or even want to play around with the idea of having more than one, I would go at least with this one. The one they recommend is this one. Whether you need that or not is up to you. You can read what is there. You notice that you only pay a couple of dollars more per month to get this one, and $1 more for this one. And these are their introductory prices, but they go for a while depending on what you select. So I'm going to pick this one just so you can see what happens. And right here is the place where I have a chance to search for a particular domain. And you can see where I've done this. I'm going to call this My Domains 1. And I'm going to see if that's available. And I can see that it is available. So if I wanted to get mydomains1.com, I could do that right here. If it were not available, it would give me some other options, or I could go back and try again. And now, if that's available and I want to sign up using that domain, then I'm going to do these things right here. My first name and last name, if you have a business and want to put that in, address, all of this. Be sure to put a valid email in. This is where you're going to get information about your account. And then you pick your package. And again, I would recommend as long a term as you feel like you can afford, because if you buy 36 month, for example, you'll pay $5.95 a month, but if you only get it for 12, you'll pay $7.95 a month. So it's a cheaper deal for you if you buy more months up front to get your hosting. And that's going to be true for almost any host that you try right here. For $214.20, I can get $5.95 for 36 months with all the unlimited domain and all those kind of things. Let me show you some extras down here. You by no means need any of these, but if you would like to have domain privacy protection, that's a monthly billing. What that does is that keeps your actual email address associated with your name out of the Whois database where people can look it up. And it sometimes keeps you from getting a lot of spam and things like that, but it isn't necessary. Same thing here with CodeGuard. It is a protection service that they have to back up your system, so you might want to look into that. Again, not necessary, and if you don't want them, just unclick them. And they may even do this and ask you those questions. SiteLock, another security thing. Again, whether you get it or not, there are a lot of plugins you can do some of these things with, but you could go ahead and do those now. Then we're going to put in just our credit card information. This is a safe site to do that. Be sure and click the I have read and agree to the terms of service and cancellation policy and press submit. And whenever you do that, you will then have your hosting account set up. You'll get a username, password. Actually, your username will probably be your email or your domain name, and then the password that you've put in. And you will get an email about that as well. And then you will be ready to log on to your host and actually set up your domain with WordPress. And that's a pretty easy process once you actually get the account set up. So we're actually going to do that in the next video. I'm going to show you, once you have clicked submit and set up this account, how you can set it up and put WordPress on your domain and be ready to start writing the information for your website or the content for your website using WordPress. So until then, again, I hope that this has been helpful to you. I hope that you will use my link to get your hosting and get started using WordPress, and then take a look at my next video to see how you can install it. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. I hope you'll subscribe to the channel and watch the rest of my videos on how to build your own website. And also subscribe and do that notification button so that you can be notified when I add new videos to the website. Appreciate it. Thanks for your support, and thanks for watching.